going on, my fellow hunters, subscribers, and collectors? It's your boy, the Sick One, and I'm back with another one. And before we begin, please show your love. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, join the team, join the crew, join the SMC Squad, and thank you for watching. So today we have Anne Hathaway of Catwoman on Batpod from the Dark Knight trilogy. This is an amazing statue. We're gonna take a look at it full detail, because that's the best way to do a review, in full detail in hand. So we're gonna go in depth of what I do here on this channel, and I give you a detailed in-hand review of a statue to help you either make your decision to purchase this or make your decision not to purchase it. It's just what we do here, and I'm excited. I'm happy that it's here. It's in-house finally, and we're gonna take a real close look at this, a close detailed look, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts. We're all gonna give each other our thoughts, and we're gonna check it out in full detail. So without further ado, as you see, this is a gigantic piece. This is the 1/3 scale statue by Queen Studios. This is fully sculpted. The bike is made of resin, some PVC molded parts, and the tires are actually real tires. This actually was pushed back because of the situation that they were having, if I'm not mistaken, with the tires, but they got that, as you can see, they got it dialed in, and it's here, it's in the house. These are actually real rubber wheels, fully sculpted body. The face is sculpted, it's not silicone, but it does have punched in hair. Pretty cool, very nice. We're gonna get into that too as well, and we're gonna take a look at the body. So the bike is separate from the body. The body and the bike are separate. Pretty much two different figures, but you gotta keep her on the bike because of her pose and her position has to be on the bike. You can't put her somewhere separate. You could put her in a box and just show the bike if that's what you want. But we're gonna get right to it. Without further ado, we're gonna get ahead and take a look at the statue. We're gonna do like we always do here at Sick Mansion, and we're gonna take a look at the base, and then we're gonna work our way all the way up, and then we're gonna give our thoughts, our final thoughts. So again, without further ado, let's get ahead and take a close look at the base, work our way up. So we're gonna start right here at the bottom of the base, in the corner of the base. So as the base starts going around, you're gonna notice that there's this like metal stand, this metal thing that's in the bottom of the wheel. This actually holds the wheel, holds the bike in place. There are two of them. There's one in the front. There's also one in the back. The base keeps going around. It's pretty much just a standard base. It's all black. It's all one flush color. There's no washes on it. There's no shading on it. Nothing like that. It's just black. And they have a symbol in the middle of the bike, the Batman symbol. I think that they dropped the ball on that one, because they could have did a lighter feature on the outline of this bike to make it, just to give it light. That's one miss that I think that they did with the stand as it keeps going around. Just a regular nice design. And if you look at the back rear corner, there's it's just an insignia, lets you know what the bike is from, where it's from, and what movie that it came from. So we're gonna get ahead and we're gonna start working our way up, and we're gonna start taking a look at the bike, and we're gonna start right here at the guns. As we take a look at the guns, the detail on this is pretty cool, very, very nice. I don't know if the camera could do it justice, but I'm gonna try my best that I can. And you're gonna see the details around it. You're also gonna see that there's some kind of details just to give it like some little rustic look. As it keeps going around, you're gonna look at both guns. Honestly, I think they could have did a better job in the silver tips of the gun, because you can actually see the line where they glued it together. So you can see the seam. There shouldn't be no seam there. And as it keeps going around, and you can take a look at the rubber. The track on the rubber looks real good. The tread on it, very good, very nicely detailed. The tire is a real tire, so it's not that it looks real. It is real. It's really nicely detailed. The rubber on it, they did some kind of washes on it to give it like some kind of wear. Going around, you're gonna see the other sides of the guns. All three of the guns really nicely detailed, pretty cool. Then on the side, you're gonna take a look at the vents. There's some vents that's sculpted on the side of it. As it keeps going around, you're gonna start looking at the inner works of the bike, the piping, the scope of the piping, also all the hoses. All these hoses are actually made of rubber, and they go all the way up onto the bike, under the bike, and they just brake lines and acceleration lines and things like that. And as it keeps going around, you're gonna keep looking at the other part of the bike. You You're gonna see where Selena Kyle's knee rest is, where Batman's knee would rest as well. And I guess that's what that is a knee rest. And as it keeps going around, we're gonna get to the back part where you're gonna see her foot and her footage on the accelerator pedal. And that's what that is an accelerator pedal. And there's also where you rest your feet. Continuing to go around, you see the back part of the bike. The detail on the back part of the bike looks really, really good. It looks like real pipe, real mechanical parts. Looks real. The scope looks pretty cool. The paintwork looks nice. It's not nothing extravagant. It's just painted, you know, it's just painted black, and then you got some washes to make it stand out. You also got more of the brake lines going into the back part of the rim, and this is the back part of the tire right now. Pretty cool. The scope work on it is really, really nice. They did a good job. And like I said, once again, this rear tire is a real tire, and it's just made of rubber, really nice. Keep going around. All of the whole scope of the bike and the intricacies of the frame that's been scoped, it looks pretty good. Everything looks good. There goes the other back foot pedal where you can accelerate as well on that side. And if you look really good, let's take a quick look right back here on the bike. You're gonna see this radiator that's right there in the back of the bike and the wheel. The detail on that is pretty cool. Very nice. That's one of the radiators. I think there's a couple of radiators on the bike itself. So it keeps going around. You're gonna also see where you're gonna see the battery for the bike. Really nicely detailed. You got all the wiring coming out from the battery going into the bike. As it keeps going around, you're gonna see more intricacies of the bottom part of the bike, of the frame, and all these different parts. Pretty cool. It's really nicely detailed. Looks pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and move up and take a look at the handlebar area. As you see this big metal, like silver looking guard for the arms, where you pretty much put your arms in, rest your arms in. They are accelerators. Pretty cool. You're gonna see the brake, the handlebars, and again, all the wiring and the cables coming out of that, going to the inner parts of the frame of the bike. Pretty cool. The front part of the bike is you still see all the intricacies of the bike, all the mechanical in and outs of the bike. Pretty cool. As it goes to the other side, you're gonna see the other handlebar, the other, I would say arm cover. I'm not sure what that's called. I guess as an arm guard or anything like something like that. It's just silver. Doesn't have any like damage sculpted into it. No other different paint like dirt and stuff like that. I think that's another miss where they should have, being the size of this bike, they should have did more detail. They should have just gave us more detail into the bike. Now, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start taking a look at Selena Kyle itself, her body, the scope of the body and everything like that, and take a pretty good detailed look at this, and then we're gonna go ahead and finish it up, and you get my thoughts, and hopefully you guys write down in the comments below what are your thoughts of the bike, what's your opinion on the Batpod, of the whole figure itself, and what Queen Studios did here. We're gonna start at the back part of her boot, and we're gonna work our way up, and after we're done with that, we're gonna take a look at the portrait and everything like that. All right, so let's go ahead and go down here and start taking a look at the boot and work our way up. So as we start, let's take a look at the boot. The first thing you're gonna notice is it's a pretty cool scope. She has her high heels on. The detail on it is pretty cool. The leg is a straight posed leg. The boot that they sculpted on here, they did a phenomenal job with it. And the texturing of it to make it look like real leather with all the wrinkles from the toes all the way up to her thighs. Really nice. They painted it. It's kind of a shiny black paint to give it separation from the body. And when we take a look at the body, you'll understand why they did that. Everything on that, the detail on that boot looks phenomenal. They did a great job with that. Pretty cool job. Very, very nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other leg. And as you look at the other leg, her other leg is positioned with her knee in the knee guard or the knee pad or whatever it is from the bike that's coming up in the frame, where it holds her knee in place while she's riding the bike. And then her leg is also bent and extended to the back throttle of the part of the bike. Actually, the other side is the throttle part, and this side is just the part where she would rest her foot, or Batman would rest his boot, vice versa, whichever person is on the bike, but this is her, so it's showing how you rest the foot and how you rest the knee. The detail on the boot is extraordinarily really good. The scope work on it is phenomenal. I love what they did. So let's get ahead and move up and take a look at her arm area and her gloves and the positioning and everything about that. So as we start right here, we're taking a look at her hands. Her hands are crossed together, fingers, interlocked together with a pose where her having her elbows resting on the frame of the bike. Pretty cool, really nice pose. The scope work on this as well, great job with the sculpt of giving it a lot of wrinkles to the leather, just to give it that leather look, and to give it like, it's real, it's very real. The job that they did with that, pretty cool, very, very nice. I love what they did there. So as we move further, let's go ahead and continue to take a look at the body, the torso, and everything of that part, of that nature. So from the shoulders to the chest area to the neck, everything about it, the texturing on that is really good. So her outfit, her suit is really nicely textured. It's kind of a flat black compared to the high gloss color that they use on the gloves to give it separation, and also just the design, it looks really nice. It's on point. I think they did a great job with the detail on that. As it goes across the front chest and everything, you're gonna see the sculpt of her chest, of course, and you're gonna see the sculpt of her zipper. She has this little tiny zipper sculpted to her shirt in the front, and you can see the zipper going all the way down in between the chest, all the way down towards the stomach. Pretty cool. The shoulders, everything sculpted, really, really good job. Great job. They did the wrinkles around the shoulders just to give it that life again and the realism. Pretty cool. The texturing job that they did on that is pretty cool. As it continues to work her way around, you're gonna see her back, the sculpt on her back. They did a great job with the sculpt on the back. You're gonna also see her utility belt, if that's what you want to call it. I mean, it's the same thing as Catwoman, Batwoman utility belts. They did a real cool job with that. It's really nicely sculpted. This is all, her body is all one sculpt. The portrait is separate, but the body is one entire sculpt. As it keeps going around, you're gonna see Selena Kyle's buttocks, real nicely sculpted. I mean, not to be weird, but they did a pretty good job sculpting her ass. Really cool. I think it's accurate, pretty accurate. Again, the texturing on the suit, really nice job. They got some wrinkling behind the legs and the thighs where the buttocks meet, just to give it that realism for the leather suit that she's wearing. Really nice job, man. So let's get ahead and let's start taking a look at this portrait. And like I said before, this portrait is sculpted. It is not silicone that Queen Studios is very well known for. It is sculpted. So as we start right there in the side of the face and we start taking a look at the sculpt, really incredible job with the likeness. They did a great job with it. When you take a look at her gargles, really good job with the sculpt. The detail is really phenomenal. It is movable, so it's mixed media. These gargles do come off. It was a pain in the ass to put them on because of the hair and just everything was just a pain in the ass. But we got it going and it's pretty cool. They did a really good job with this. The detail on this is really good. The gargle part that goes up, where I guess you can see the night vision part where everything's really nice, very nicely shaded with that color. It's like an orange color to the glass part of the gargles, pretty cool. Her eyes look phenomenal. Now they do look like they glass eyes, but I'm not sure if they are, but they do look like they glass eyes. Very good, very impressive, pretty cool. Now you could pose her with the glasses off. I'm gonna leave the glasses on for this review because it was a pain in the ass just to put it on, and I want to go through it again. So the detail on the face is very good. The sculpt, I think is spot on. It's a great, I think it's about 95 to 97% when it comes to the portrait. They did a great job from the sculpt of the ears, the face, the cheeks, the nose, lips, chin, everything looks really good. The paint job on this is pretty cool, looks real. The realism that they did with this is phenomenal with the sculpt. Paint job just brings this entirely to life. You can see the little lines, veins, capillaries, all of this stuff that they painted inside of the portrait. Hope this camera is doing you justice so you can see the details on this. It just looks really good. Now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at her hair. Now her hair is punched in hair. It's like a dark brownish blonde. It's like a dark brown blondish color. pretty cool, like brunette, I guess. I guess that's what you call them. My thoughts. I think it looks great, standing the way that it is. It just looks really, really good. If I'm gonna be real honest about this, and I am a fan of Queen Studios, I think that this, I honestly believe that this just looks like a giant hot toy. Sorry. I'm just being honest, that's what it looks like. And the reason I say that is because the bike, when you look at it really close, and I don't want to do too much of it, because I don't like to bash companies, and that's not what it's all about. It's about bashing. It's about us giving us our opinion of what we actually physically see. And this is why it's important that when you do a review, you should have it in hand, because then you see these things that you don't see when, I'm not gonna go there anymore. But I just think that you should have this in hand so you can see this, what I'm seeing. And I don't want to directly point it out, because I don't want to bash anybody. That's not what it's about. But when you got something this big, the tires on point, on spot, because they're real. It's real rubber, and even the rims look incredible detail. Now, when you start getting to these parts here, right here, and all of this, if you see it, when you see it in person, it looks like a toy. It doesn't look like a sculpt. And this should be, and this right here, this is all, if I'm not mistaken, this is all plastic. These pieces are plastic, but it shows you that it's plastic because they have seams in it. You can see where they glue these parts together, and they just got these lines where everything here is glued together. You can see the lines like a toy, like a hot toy. Now, this is a statue that's over $2,000, well over there with shipping and everything. You up there in those numbers, very high numbers. I believe that when you're paying that price and when you're paying that much money, that you should get something that looks what it's supposed to depict. This is the Batpod. This is supposed to depict Batman's cycle, and the detail on this should have been like second to none, like literally second to none. And I'll give you an example. When XM Studios did White Knight on bike, and they did their bike blows this bike out the water. Sorry, it just does, because the detail that they did on that, and it's all polystone, it's all sculpted. There's really there wasn't no metal, parts with the shields or the bike or anything like that. But you can tell the difference of the quality. You can just tell the difference of quarter scale statue and then a 1/3 scale statue. When you're doing a 1/3 scale statue, my opinion, I believe that you should be putting way more detail into it, and you need to blow your customer's mind away. You need to blow their mind away. Like, all of these parts here should have looked real. And here in person, all of these silver parts do not look real. They look like toy parts. They don't look real. Now, the difference is when you turn around, and then also these parts here, these guards here, they all look plastic. The handlebars and everything, they look great. The detail's phenomenal. The frame of the bike, phenomenal. Looks real good. It looks good. It looks like it's made of metal, and all these little intricates over here. Now, I understand the Batpod is not too much to it, but you're supposed to give us more to it, period. All of this should have been painted better. We should have had some wear in these silvers, at least to hide the part that is made of plastic. And they look it looks like a toy. The frame of the body, you can't really tell that much of it, these silver parts in it, because she's laying on the bike, so you really can't see it. But when you take her off the bike, you can see, like, it just doesn't look like a $2,000 statue. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. And then when you look at the back part of the bike, I think that this is the best part of the bike, because this back part of the bike, all the detail on this looks real, and it just looks real. And I think it's because there's no plastic parts back here that are covering the tire or anything like that. You can physically see the hoses. You can physically see all of these little intricate details. Real good job. especially too with the back of the bike when you're looking at the radiator, and they did a great job with that. Everything looks pretty cool. But just a lot of the parts throw off what this should have been and everything. Now, is this worth over $2,000? My opinion, it's worth what the collector wants to pay for. I'm gonna leave it at that. If a collector feels that they want to pay over $2,000 for the statue, then that's on the person that they want. You know, they are the fan of the character, fan of the product, the fan of the movie, a fan of everything. I'm a fan of it all. I'm a fan of the movie. I'm a fan of Queen Studios. I'm a fan of all of it. Don't get me wrong. I still like the piece. I just feel that we should have got more for what you paid for, and the detail on this should have been like blew me away. And it just didn't. This is not blowing me. I'm just not gonna lie. I can't lie. This is not blowing me away. And it's not bashing Queen Studios. I love Queen Studios. Done a lot of work with them. Done a lot of sponsorship with them. Done a lot of stuff with them. But I'm gonna be honest. This piece right here is just it's here. So you know what can I do? But it's there's just parts of it that I just don't like on the bike. I just don't. Now when it comes to her, the figure itself, I think that they did a phenomenal job when it came to the accuracy of the scope of Selena Kyle and her suit, the scope work, the paint, everything, the hair. I think this is 100% great statue. But the bike itself, this is where they're supposed to blow your mind away at. It's with this bike. Blow your mind away. Because it's a 1/3 scale bike. This is gigantic, people. Look at this. This takes up like a pretty big dining room table. This is really big. This is a very big bike. But of course, if you guys give us your opinions, make sure you leave me a message in the comments below and give me your comments. Tell me what you think about this. And I hope I did you guys justice in giving you a full detail in-house of Selena Kyle on the Batpod from Catwoman. And I think it's great. I think it's great. I think it looks good. But I'm one of those people that looks at everything and look at just what I want to see. And I think they could have did a way better job with painting this bike, and also with the parts making it more real and making it look real. Because this really looks like it's plastic. The whole front of this bike look like it's plastic, and I'm not happy about that. I'm being 100. It's just I'm not happy with it. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, this is not getting a shot of Queen Studios or nothing like that. Like I said, I'm a huge fan. John's a great friend of the channel, great friend of all of us, and I'm just giving my honest opinion on the bike. I just think they could have done a way better job for this, especially for the price. But with that being said, I want to thank all you guys for coming through, hanging out with me, checking out this review, and I hope you like it. If you don't, leave your comments below, and if it is what it is. But y'all know what it is. Y'all know how it goes. Let's go!